Hello everyone, I am Catechus Gaming, and today we will be continuing the guided walkthrough for Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Last episode, we trekked up a river to ask the Zoras for their spiritual stone of water, but it seems their princess is missing. Or at least that's what a note in a bottle said. In this episode, Link will venture into Lord Jabu-Jabu's belly to find the Zora princess before she's digested. Now sit back and grab some snacks as we dive in. And here's our little character profile. Nothing really changed other than another heart container from last episode. Hooray! Well, let's dive in. As tradition dictates, Link starts off from waking up from his bed in his house, and we gotta head out through Kokori Village. Now, because last episode we got the Silver Zora scale, and I kind of pointed out where it was on the Zora's end, we're first going to head into the Lost Woods. So we're going to want to head back behind the Great Mido Jerkface's house and scale up this cliffside. And enter this convenient hole in the wall. Now, in here, painfully, we can't really follow the music anymore. We're going to want to head right, then left, which that will lead us to the Goron shortcut, but we want the Zoras, so take another right. Now, this nice little pond here, full of fresh water and a convenient arrow made of rupees. We can dive down to the bottom, maybe pick up $1 or $2. What we really want to do is dive to the bottom and through this hole in the wall. And just like that, we're at the end of Zora's River. Very, very convenient shortcut. But don't forget, the only way to really enter is to play Zelda's Lullaby. Because this melody will part the waterfall so we can quickly jump through. There we are, pop on in. Now, last episode, we ended with finding a letter in a bottle that we need to show the king. But before we head up to the king, we actually want to drop down into the lower pond here. In the back shallow area, there's a bunch of tiny little fish swimming about. So we're just going to run up, use the bottle, and snag one of them. Just like that. This will be important later. Swap to the letter. Now, in case you forgot, to reach the king, we got to get to the highest point. So we just got to spiral up the center here and keep on climbing. And this big guy up here is the king. Now what we got to do is show him the letter in the bottle. Ho! This letter. It's from Princess Ruto. Let's see here. She's inside Lord Jabu-Jabu. That's not possible. He's a vegetarian. Our guardian god, Lord Jabu-Jabu, would never eat my dear Princess Ruto. But, since that stranger Ganondorf came here, Lord Jabu-Jabu has been a bit green around the gills. Haha, fish joke. The evidence seems clear. Of course you'll go find Ruto for me. You can pass through here to the altar of Lord Jabu-Jabu. I'll keep this letter. You keep the bottle it was in. Take it respectfully. Harp, 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 harp. Please find my dear Princess Ruto immediately. Zora! Now enter the longest frickin' side scoot ever. Like, was this on purpose or was this just a joke? I don't understand what I'm watching. Why does he make the noise? That might be the most concerning part. Is he farting? Is he grunting? What is this noise? Alright, now that that's over, give it a minute to let the smell waft away. A swap to a different item. Now what we want to do is take the right path up and around, and we can quickly get behind him. Before he farts again. And with that, we've entered Zora's Fountain. Now, if you want, straight ahead of us, that fish guy right there is Lord Jabu-Jabu, but I'm going to make a little detour to the right. If we head past him in the water to that little spot of land over there with a tree, we can get some goodies. So, considering it's a lone tree in the middle of nowhere, we're going to want to crash our skull into it, get a minor concussion, but more importantly, another Skulltula token. Hooray! Now, these two stones here are a little suspicious, so drop a bomb by them and be surprised. I always thought that was funny as a kid. It destroyed everything but the stone. So head on into the cave, and it's another great fairy fountain. So up at the altar, we just gotta play Zelda's Lullaby again, because literally everyone in this game world knows this song. So much for a secret tune. Good job, Nintendo, with the pan. Oh, welcome, Link. Yeah, I already know your name. I'm the Great Fairy of Magic. I will give you a magic spell. Please take it, because you don't have a choice. Now, like the spell we got at Hyrule Castle, Din's Fire, we have Faror's Wind, which is a warp spell. So what you do is when you're in a dungeon, you use it, it creates a return point, so if you're anywhere else in the dungeon, you can return to that one point. Which sounds great, but it's not really necessary, and you can literally only use it in dungeons. Remember, you can use Faror's Wind only in dungeons. Well, dungeons that have a dungeon map inside, okay? When battle has made you weary, please come back to see me. They're so weird. Yep, that's it. And like before, it's an equipable item to use the spell. Oh look, it says the MP it requires. That's cool. Now that we're done that, make sure you have a fish in a bottle equipped, and let's head inside Lord Jabu-Jabu. So back to the entrance from Zora's Domain. There's a handy little altar here, up at Jabu's mouth. And we're going to want to just stand here, kind of looking at him, looking at us, looking at him. Just empty the bottle. That'd be so weird. Yep, well, it says we're inside his belly, but right now we're just inside his mouth. With the teeth. I love it. Something else there instead of a bottle. Now watch out. Immediately there are two Octoroks. And you have to carefully return their shots to them. Come on, target the right thing now. Easy enough to kill. But also in this room are floating little bubbles called Shabombs. If you attack them, they're pretty docile because they're bubbles. It's not like they can come after you, but you can literally pop them if you want. Enjoy. But when you're back here, there's a little dangly bit from the ceiling. I have no idea what to call that. Thanks, Shabomb. But what you're going to want to do is take your slingshot and shoot it. If there's anybody with anatomy backgrounds, let me know what that would be. But this fleshy bit there is actually a door you can walk through. Now be careful. There are a bunch of jellyfish-looking things that will hunt you down called Beery. And we just want to avoid them. If we touch them at all, they will electrocute us and it will hurt, even though they'll die. But on the other side of the platform is another fleshy door that we can walk through, head in, and... Wait, what? It's the princess! Hey, we're done. Come on. Hey, let's get out of here, princess. You. Who are you? I am Ruto, princess of the Zoras. What? Are you saying my father asked you to come here to save me? Like, I'd never ask anyone to do such a thing ever. Letter in a bottle? I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't read or write. Well, my father is worried about me. I don't care. Anyway, I can't go home right now, and you, get out of here, understand? Oh no! Yeah, so before you get attacked by a Beery, head down the same fleshy hole that she did, and get your mind out of the gutter. Oh god, more Beery. We're gonna get hurt by these. That's what I mean. If you attack them, you get electrocuted. Now that we're down here, make sure to talk to her. Are you still following me? I told you to go away. Yeah, I'm okay. I've been going inside Lord Jabu-Jabu's belly since I was a little, but Lord Jabu-Jabu is very strange today. There are electrified jellyfish and strange holes everywhere. On top of that, my precious stone was, but, well, that's none of your business. Anyway, you, go home now, understand? Yeah, talk to her yet again. You're that worried about me? I'm so popular. Then I will give you the honor of carrying me. However, I won't leave until I find the thing I'm looking for. You better believe me. Such an entitled princess. Anyway, she's not joking. Literally pick her up and carry her through the fleshy door on the same platform. Now, something we can do in this corridor filled with Shabombs here is throw our weaponized princess at them. Yeah, we can just throw her at enemies. So much fun, and she deserves it. Now, the Shabombs are easy enough to avoid, but what you really want to throw them at are these stingers under the water. They're little, just... yeah, right there. Otherwise, it takes 2 slingshot hits while they're flying in the air. But if you're lucky enough to hit them while they're underwater, there we go. It'll one-hit KO them. Ruto makes a pretty good weapon, probably because she's so dense. Come on, pick her up. But anyway, enough of that horsing around. Once you're in here, make sure to throw the princess up on the opposite side before you do anything. And then on this find wall, we can kill another Skulltula. And then we can jump on the switch in the middle, which is a timed switch to raise the water high enough so we can climb up and get our token. Here we are. First of 4 in this dungeon. But, more importantly, if we climb all the way to the top, whip out an empty bottle, one of these pots contains a fairy. So, free 1-up. Okay, and that's all we can do for the moment. Up here. Let's see if we can leap ourselves. Ah, so close. Dang it. So we gotta hit the switch again and get up to the Ruto side. Stupid bubbles. Can't we just give him an antacid or something? Alright. Once you've done that, grab our princess. If we leave her in a room or she drowns or anything, she'll return to that lower level and we have to go get her again. Super irritating. Ha! We just threw her at the button. Oh, I love our weaponized princess. Okay, through the fleshy door we go. Someday, make sure not to leave her. Be very careful on whether you pick her up or open the door. Now in here, quickly drop her and whip your shield out to kill the Octorok. If you want, you can swim through there for a business scrub, but it's not really worth it. He just sells like Deku sticks or something. But if we wait long enough, this little platform can come down and take the princess and Link up. Very, very slowly. And hey, check it out. We're back at the mouth entrance. That's cool. Now, with this, we want to head through this door here, back to the room where we first met the princess. And we're going to want to run all the way to the other side through the door. Now, be very careful when you enter the other passageway. A Bari is going to fall from the ceiling. They're the same thing as the Beery jellyfish, except when defeated, it explodes into 3 Beeries. Super aggravating. Now in here, there are 3, I don't know, what are these things called again? Tail Pirans? Just kind of floating worms. Again, they'll die, but they'll hurt Link in the process. You can weaponize your princess at them if you want, but in general, they're best avoided because they're slow moving. When ready, head down the right path here, and there'll be a yellow switch we can step on. Oh, and be careful. The floor will move you, as you can see. Anyway, switch time. Hey, Link, this switch. It doesn't look like you can press it down with your weight alone, Link. Yeah, I had a chunky princess here. Don't worry about it. Then head through the door. Now, in here, gonna have to be careful as there's a bunch of stingers hiding in the floor, and we gotta kill all of them. So I'm gonna weaponize the princess, take them out easy. And she made a disproving sound there. Okay, maybe we should just kill these things normally. It's not like we're running out of Deku seeds or anything. It's just if you take too long, they'll swoop down and get you. There we go. One more, yep. Come on. There we are. Once they're dead, we can get the dungeon treasure. First, I kind of want these. Oh, we missed them. Dang it. God darn it. How about these? Yeah, more bullets. Okay, dungeon treasure. I'm sure you've guessed it from all the notes and everything. But it's the boomerang. Yep. Now we can start easily killing all the enemies in this dungeon. Painfully, unlike other Zelda games, only young Link can use the boomerang. It's as pointless as Legos with a maximum age rating. Hooray, glad they changed that in the future. Anyway, when ready, grab the princess and head back into this squiggly passageway. We're just gonna hightail it past these tail pirans. And on the opposite end is a blue switch. This is the one and only door where we can leave the princess. So what you're going to want to do is drop her so she remains on the switch, because it needs constant pressure, and head through the door. Now, in here, you're going to see this giant tentacle hanging from the ceiling. This is a parasitic tentacle, and we're going to have to cut it at its weak point there with the boomerang. Now, you're going to have to be relatively close and throw the boomerang before it hits you with its flail. 4 hits will take it down. And once done, we get another item. The dungeon map. Hooray! Let's take a peek at it. I mean, it's not a big dungeon, it's just a little on the confusing side if you're not used to it. Anyway, once we have that, we can head back to the princess, who's not happy with us. Look at that attitude. How inconsiderate. How could you leave me behind? If you were a man, act like one. Take responsibility. As she plops back down. You can leave her from now on, but I'm just going to take her and head through the door just to our left, because the red slimy thing, as Navi puts it, is gone because we just cut it apart. Now in this room are a bunch of shabombs that we have to destroy within 40 seconds. If you don't, it restarts and we take damage. I'm not entirely sure what happened that we took damage. But yeah, so just keep popping bubbles. Have fun. Like I said before, it's super hard to fail this. So we're done. And for our troubles, we get another chest. Hey, the compass! That's cool. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention when we entered, because we're inside an actual living creature, if you hit the wall, it bleeds and it moves like it's injured. I don't know, I thought that was a cool touch. Anyway, once done, grab our princess and head back out. Now we're going to want to go to the opposite end where we got the boomerang, but head down the left path. Just avoid all these guys. Not worth our time. And we're going to want to head down here. We have another parasite tentacle to take down. It's the same thing as before. Just gotta strike it before it strikes us. One more, and it's dead. Now we're done in this room, so grab the princess and leave. Now we want to head back to the middle route, but head away from the door we originally entered in. So when we get here, we're going to take a right, and the green slimy tentacle is now gone. Now in here is going to be slightly different. The tentacle is surrounded by a bunch of beery enemies. So just one-shot them with the boomerang from a safe distance. If you get too close to the tentacle, it will flail at you, so we're going to stay far away. And then focus on the tentacle. It's the same tentacle as before, just 4 hits, and avoid flails. God, it's so chunky when it dies. Alright, easy peasy. Now that we've destroyed all of them, grab our princess, and we're going to head out of these intestines area by just going through the door straight ahead of us. Don't touch me. Now in here, there was a green tentacle going through one of these holes in the ground, and we're going to want to take that one. So avoid the one just to our right, and we're going to take this one on the far right. Slowly fall in, and there we are. Now there are a bunch of beery in here, so take out what you can. Create a little zone of safety. But you can use your boomerang to attack these gold Skulltulas, and we can grab 2 more tokens, because we can now grab them from far away. Hooray! And we can get this guy. It's a little harder to free aim, so feel free to use the slingshot to kill them and the boomerang to get the token. There's another. Once we have those, grab our princess and head through the only pathway on this floor. Through this fleshy door. That's it. Like, that's what I've been looking for. Throw me up there, onto the platform, pronto. Yeah, do as told. Throw her up there. Princess Ruto got the spiritual stone. But why Princess Ruto? So weird. Oh my goodness, I finally found my mother's stone. Like, hooray. I got very upset when Lord Jabu-Jabu swallowed it. While I was feeding him, he suddenly swallowed me too. I was, like, so surprised I dropped it inside him. But now that I've found it, I don't need to be here anymore, so take me out of here. So take me home right now. Fine. What? Yeah, what's this? Like an octopus? Gross. Actually, his name is Big Octo, and he is a mini-boss. So you're going to want to run away from him in the opposite direction. Pretty much you're going to want to run in the opposite direction of the center spinning platform. But you're going to want to run a bit. You're not going to want to get too close to the platform, because as you saw, it will hurt. But if you roll, eventually you'll catch up to the Big Octo. And what you're going to want to do is lock on and throw your boomerang. That'll stun him, and you can stab him in the butt. Then he'll reverse direction, and you just repeat. Oh, sometimes he'll reverse direction on his own. Just make sure to watch the spinning platform in the middle and go opposite. I don't know why he sounds like a jet engine, though. Like a little motorboat. It's weird. There we go. Stab number 2. And this is it. This is the entire fight. No, no, he turned around. Just gotta Limp Bizkit your way over. Just keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Come on. And throw. Butt stab. There is another way. If you let him hit you, he'll turn around, and then you can easily boomerang him. But I don't like that method, so I'm doing it this way. I don't want to use my fairy already. I say as I run head first into spike traps. Ow, what's going on with my controller? I swear, it's not me. Okay, boomerang. Ah, we missed him. Oh, come on. Now we got him. Butt stab. And that's it. He's dead. And yay, he dropped 3 hearts. We're healed. When ready, step on the platform and it'll take us all the way up. Now, if I remember correctly, there's a fairy in one of these pots. Let's try. Deku Nut. Fairy. Memory correct. So there we go. 2 fairies. I can screw up 2 times. Alright. When ready, head down our only path. Watch out for the Beery. And hello, fleshy door. Now, before we deal with these, head down to the lower water, and we're just going to get rid of this Octorok. Otherwise, he's going to cause problems for us. Now again, if you know your anatomy, inside of a fish, what is this? What is this fleshy, muscly mass just wiggling about? Ah, dang it, we didn't jump from... we didn't roll enough before we jumped. Crap. Yep, they only stay frozen from the boomerang for a short period of time. So time your jumps carefully. Get a running start there. Alright, through the fleshy door we go. Now in here, it doesn't look like there's much to do, but what you need to do is jump on that platform across from us. This will lower it down to the bottom level. For instance, this is where we originally entered the dungeon from the mouth. So that's the floor we're on. But it did open up a new area with a switch. But it's a blue switch, which means it needs constant pressure, as you can see. So what we want to do is head over across the way and grab one of these boxes. Surprisingly, the princess has the same function as a box in this dungeon. So we're just going to drop our fake princess on the button and head through the door. Now, this room is filled with a lot of Beery enemies, and we're going to want to clear those out so that they're not a nuisance. So start whipping around your trusty boomerang. Also, this is the last room before the boss fight. Also more fun, as it also contains the last gold Skulltula for this dungeon. Right up here on the vines to climb up the middle. So hit him down, climb on up and grab him. And then just keep climbing to the top of the center pillar. Now one thing you'll notice at the top is there's a little switch up there we gotta hit, but there's a barrier in the way. So what you want to do is use your boomerang, and it'll go around it. Now that the switch is pushed, all we gotta do is head through the new door. Okay, Link, stop being a wuss and fall. There we go. Now this is probably the most annoying boss we'll face as young Link. Not just because he's electrified. You'll see. Bioelectric Anemone Baronade. Now you gotta watch, he's got 3 phases. Phase 1 here, he's gonna hang onto the ceiling and shoot electric laser beams at you. So what you want to do is just circle around him continuously and throw your boomerang at the 3 points that you can lock onto. Now he's going to be stuck in the floor for phase 2, and what you got to do is stun him to stop the jellyfish, and then use your boomerang to kill the jellyfish. Watch out when they hit you. They're not all at the same distance out. Hooray. Come on. Couple more to go. Oh, there's the last one. Ah, dang it. Just ran out of time. Okay, last jellyfish to kill. Now that was the top half of jellyfish. Now we gotta deal with the bottom half, as he Beyblades his way towards you. So honestly, just keep whipping your boomerang. Eventually you'll make it through his barricade. And when that happens, when you stun him next, you can do a little trick here and use a Deku Nut to kill most, if not all, of the jellyfish. There we go. Now just throw a Deku Nut and it kills all of them. Now this is the final phase where he just spins around the room. Now we can actually kill him. So stun him with the boomerang and unleash hell. Careful though, when you hit him a couple times, he just turns into a turret. But eventually he'll come back up above the fleshy floor we're on, and we can stab him again. There we go. Just gotta throw the boomerang and stun him one more time. Come on, get close enough. Stabby, stabby. Turret phase again. And this should be lucky number 3 right here, if I remember correctly. There we are. I don't know why he grows so many tumors, but that's super gross. Because he literally explodes. But hey, we beat the boss. Hopefully, cleared up Lord Jabu-Jabu's indigestion. Now, from the squishy remains, we can grab a heart container. Huzzah! And literally, you can see the attitude from here that Ruto has just waiting in the blue portal. Oh my god. You're late. What took you so long? Completely useless. I was just lonely, that's all. Just a little. Like, what do you know? Can we just leave her here? She is the worst. Yeah, I'd be scared too, Link. I'd be scared too. I love how his nose and mouth are completely submerged. You looked like super cool. Cooler than I thought you would anyway. Just a little, maybe. Well, anyway, you saved me, so I guess I'll reward you. What do you wish? Just tell me. I kind of want that spiritual stone, please. You mean the spiritual stone of water, Zora's Sapphire, don't you? Well, my mother gave it to me and said I should only give it to the man who will become my husband. You might call it Zora's engagement ring. Alright. I'll give you my most precious possession, Zora's Sapphire. Link, what have we gotten ourselves into? Is the fate of Hyrule really worth an engagement to this woman? Just asking. But either way, consequences be damned. We now have all 3 spiritual stones. Yay! So what was that about her most precious possession? You don't know what she's talking about. Well, you finally collected all 3 stones. Go back to see Princess Zelda. No. No, because there's... Oh yeah, also, don't tell my father. Yeah, so don't just run off yet. We want to be in Zora's Fountain, because... Well, actually, we want it to be nighttime in Zora's Fountain, so play the sun song. Which will reload the area, but we're right where we want to be. So what we want to do is climb up this log in the lake, and you can see it over there, a gold Skulltula. This one, we will need the slingshot. Come here, bud. And it's a 1, that's a 2. And there we are, number 34. But with that, I think it's a good time to call it quits for this episode. This has been part 8 of our Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time guided walkthrough, where we got the last spiritual stone and met the worst princess ever. Stay tuned for the next episode as we have fun with boomerangs on yet another collectathon. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, as it'll help the channel grow. Thanks.